It's nice to see that Dave still has no allegiance to any band ever, but he will wear a branded sports hat.
You know what's funny about this hat? You guys want to see something really cool? And I know it's hard to believe, but I did play 2 years of semi-pro hockey for the team called the Nork Sabres. And my son Dylan actually found one of their hats online and got it for me for Christmas. So how cool is that? And it had my nickname that they called me on the team at the time, which was Luch. That was my nickname.
Luch.
How cool is that? So how about that? What a great gift. You know?
Did you in the locker room?
I don't know, man. The shower was full of after every game. Possibly. Who knows?
Well,
hey, John, do not put that.
It's tape is rolling.
You better not do that.
This is not a surprise. Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's Shit Talk Reviews. Welcome to 2024. We have a whole year of buffoonery in front of us. So it's good to be here in the new year. I'm John, sitting in the room with me, Dave, and our good friend Derek.
Yes.
How is everybody?
Yeah, it's excellent. Back in the saddle. Here we go again.
Derek, and how are you today? How's your day, buddy?
Listen, I'm great. We just
Derek had a good day.
Yeah. We did. Yeah, we shit talked Dave before starting the podcast, and we got some tape that we'll hold over his head.
Oh, we will. We definitely will. Derek, you're starting off the year. Your pick this week.
Yeah, I was sitting during the holidays, and I was sipping on some eggnog, and I got pinged by a band that I actually reviewed last year, Witchsnake out of Italy. I had said in the written review that I did on Shit Talk that they needed more vocals, and they responded back like, we're going to have more vocals on the next album. And so I got the ping that they had an album out, gave it a listen. And so that's why we're talking about it today. And the album is Deathcult of the Snake. The band's name is Witchsnake, and they are doomy as all fuck.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes, the Italian duo.
Dark, it's a dark sound. It's
not a whole lot about these guys out on the interwebs. I found a little bit. I know they're a duo. I think I learned that when you did the written review a while back.
Joe and Al. That's all.
Joe and Al. Now I don't know if you found this, Dave, but what I did find of the little tiny snippets is that Al is responsible for guitars, bass, and possession, and Joe is responsible for drums and weed. Okay.
Interesting. So I didn't know the other part. I knew the instruments, but okay.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, their Facebook page also indicates that that the band, quote, may or may not contain members of other Italian cult bands.
Oh. I mean, it is stoner music, so they are getting stoned.
Maybe they just don't remember.
This has got an interesting sound. I mean, I heard a lot of Black Sabbath meets maybe Motorhead. I liked it. I certainly did not like it. There's some good music on here. It just, maybe a little too, I don't know, John or Derek, just maybe a little too dark for me. Just very, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Cryptic sound, almost like just dark. That makes
Satan.
sense. I don't know what to say, but I heard a lot of Lemmy in the vocals. Yeah, I say sure. There you go. But I did hear a lot of Lemmy in the vocals, which I thought was cool. Like I said before, that Sabbath sound. It's an interesting album. Maybe a little, not for everybody, but.
Are you afraid when you're dead to have a snake slither through your skull?
No, I wouldn't care. Be dead. What can you do to me? You can exhume me.
I didn't know if the occultish darkness. With the barbarian on the cover scared you a little bit.
No, not at all. Listen, if you would have gave me this in the beginning of last year, I would have I would have been like, I'm not listening to this. But because we went through the whole year and all the music we have listened through over the 2023,
the musical elitist would have turned his back. That's it.
I am totally
to this.
I am totally open to this kind of music now, and I'm not going to say I don't like it because I did like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Derek,
Anyway.
your overall thoughts on the record?
Look, there's a void with Lemmy being gone. And I was pleasantly surprised when I heard this to hear a Lemmy-esque voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With a true orange distortion fuzz and some Satan. Is this earth-shattering and groundbreaking? No, it's just raw, good fun.
Well said.
And I love the cover. I love the logo. I love the fuzz. I love the demonology.
Yeah.
I love the song titles. Is it going to be in my top 10 this year? Probably not. But it's solid. It's fun. And it's something to listen to that you can put it on in the background. Or if you want to get in your car and speed, you can do that too. And so it's accessible for most metalheads. It's not earth-shattering or new. It's not gent. It's not going to, go across different genres. But it's two guys that are passionate and having a good time. And I thought that starting off the year off with some fun was in order.
Yeah. You used the word fuzz. I put muffled. It had that sound, that muffled distortion sound to it. But John, as a production guy, I mean, what did you think of the production overall? It was kind of like, there really wasn't,
it's raw. It's a raw record. It's dirty. It's right there. It's pointed at your face from the minute you hit play until the end of it. As Derek said, it's not the most technically challenging album or material out there. But I don't think they're trying to be a super technical band. They're just like, let's get into the stone, get properly possessed with the help of Joe and his weed. Yeah. And just crank up, the distortion and the fuzz boxes all the way up.
Right.
And I do, as Derek said, I picture those two guys going into the studio and just having a riot.
Having fun. Yeah. I thought the song, a lot of the songs sounded the same. Maybe not all of them, similarities, but we'll get into the songs. But Inject the Venom, the instrumental that they put on there was so different, I thought, than the rest of the album, and I loved it.
Yeah, I thought each track had its own individual flavor and stuff. What it felt like overall to me was that the album was probably recorded pretty quickly. Like it probably did not take them a lot of time to get these tracks done and to get it pushed out. Mm-hmm. I noticed an errant chord here or there, or to my ears, what sounded like, a bass line that didn't quite match, which is fine.
Yeah, right.
I tend to be a little hypercritical about these sorts of things. All that said, I still had fun listening to it.
I did too. Yeah.
It's just a raw, gnarly, dirty record. And,
it is. Yeah.
And I love the Lemmy quality of the vocals. Yeah, I heard a little Sabbath in there too. It's not my overall chosen stuff to listen to, but I enjoyed having it going during the week. So
I agree 100%. I probably listened to this 9 to 10 times.
Well, you listen to this more than you listened to Humanity's Last Breath last year. So
no doubt.
That's a credit to Witchsnake. They rank higher than Humanity.
Yeah.
Let's give Dave an applause. He is broadening his horizons.
Yes. I've come a long way.
Becoming more accepting. Progress from 2023 to 2024.
David is grown.
He's graduating really from Van Halen.
Yeah,
definitely graduating from Van Halen.
And a lot of that credit goes to you, Derek, for bringing Cavalera to the table.
It was, no doubt.
And orchestrating that trip up to go see them. We converted him a little bit, and you were at you were holding the end of that bat, Derek. So you should take pride in that.
Yeah,
it was the one win I had last year. So,
as far as Dave's concerned,
Derek brought us some good bands last year. Death Ray, Earn. He had some good shit last year. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so he good picks for sure. This was good, Derek. I mean, a good way to start it out. I enjoyed it, just like John said. It was a good listen, and it wasn't too long. The songs were good. It wasn't too many songs to endure, which was nice.
It's a quick record.
Quick,
7 tracks. I don't know what the runtime was on it, but It moves through
7
pretty
tracks.
fast.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah. The instrumental, the inject the venom. Oh, man, I loved it. I thought the instrumental was great. I love instrumentals. This was good. It was a nice little break
Tasty
from the
drum
rest of the
tones.
album. Yeah.
Real tasty drum tones on that track.
Mhm.
That was one of the things that stood out to me as soon as it started. I went, "Ooh."
Yeah.
They took a minute on getting good drum sounds there.
If you like the instrumentals, the first album, it's just self-titled Witchsnake, and it's got like it looks like Jenna Jameson on the cover with fangs. The whole thing is mostly an instrumental. There's very, very little vocals in it.
I'll have to
So
check that
you
out for
like
sure.
that. Yeah.
So Jenna Jameson on their 2022 album, and a demonized, if such a thing could happen, a demonized Glenn Danzig on their 2023 release.
I mean, they're fairly new, right? They've had 2 albums. One came out in 2022, and then they had this in 2023. So they're fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. How about songs? You want to get let's get
No.
what was your favorite track?
Not really.
I have 2 that I loved. Honestly,
No, we're not doing that anymore, Dave.
No more favorite tracks.
Dave isn't, but Derek, I'd love to hear your standouts.
Go ahead. Derek. What's your pick?
Yeah, no, I love Outlaw and the Iron Cross Burns. I think that those 2 songs are probably the best songs that they've done. That's why they're at the front of the album. Everything else, solid, but those 2 were really stood out as kind of riffy, chuggy, goodness. It made me feel evil inside.
Yeah,
evil.
There is a progression. I think it was around like the 4-minute mark or something in Outlaw that's really cool. It's really simple. It's just an ascending chord progression, but they did something really cool. They dropped a measure at the end of each rotation, and it changed up the feel of the timing, which is, you guys know I love that sort of shit. And I went, ooh, okay. So
I wonder what part of the song that was, John. It's funny you say that, because I made it on my notes at the 2:30 mark of the song was one of my favorite parts of the song on that, which really went to a kind of like a chill instrumental for the next few minutes, and then kicked back up into gear. So yeah, it was good, no doubt. For me, it was Battle Scars and the Giant Purifier, and then Deathcult of the Snake.
The Great Purifier, not the Giant.
Sorry, the Great Purifier. Well, you know what, folks?
Respect where it's due.
Sometimes you just gotta wear these.
You have the other readers in here.
Do I? I don't know. Whatever.
It's too bad. I wish you did.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I those 2 songs for Deathcult of the Snake, I loved it. Great song. So, and like I said before, the instrumental was a nice little pop, especially where it landed on the album. So it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Do we know? Are these guys playing out at all? Are they getting on stages, or? I know it's a common issue when you have a smaller band, only a couple of guys, and 1 or more people are handling more than one instrument themselves. Either you wind up playing 2 backing tracks or bringing a hired gun in. So I don't know if these guys are touring.
I didn't see anything, and I'm looking right now again. What is interesting is they do give out like promo codes on Bandcamp. So if you are interested in supporting the band, want to buy it, I mean, you probably spend a couple bucks to support them on Bandcamp with the promo codes they put out there. Sure. I want a t-shirt. I think that having like, and again, I don't know if the girl is Jenna Jameson on the cover or not, just looks like her. But that's a badass album. And then the Glenn Danzig Barbarian is just badass as well. So I love just everything about them. It's just fun. It's just a fun, cool look and sound.
It is. It's a fun record. And we got beat up a little bit from some people on reviews last year and on our top albums of the year too, about having zero taste.
Well, you can't please everybody.
Again,
you can't please everybody.
No, you can't. And I love that people were, a couple of folks were willing to comment here and there and put their thoughts out there. And certainly some we agreed with and some we didn't. Yeah. And there was one commenter in particular that said, putting Tesseract's album at number 7 on our top 10, clearly none of us knew anything about music. And frankly, he's right. Looking at you, Dave and Derek.
Well, not a coincidence that Derek and I picked album of the year. So whatever.
Yeah, well, wasn't Tesseract, but that's neither here nor there. But we appreciate that people, I appreciate that people listening at all.
Yeah, true.
To put up with this tomfoolery. So I appreciate that people are willing every once and again to throw a comment down and be sure and like and subscribe because they say it helps the channel. Whatever.
It's all good.
What's interesting is we are actually getting comments finally, and feel free. If you want to troll us and tell us how stupid we are, be my guest. I can give a shit. I don't care.
I might cry. I'm a sensitive man.
You're really not. You're as heartless and cold as they come, and Dave is very, very full of himself and very confident. So
Dave's ego enters the room before he does.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on.
It does. Yeah, he's got an ego ghost.
I don't
always ahead.
I mean, I do have 1.1 views, but whatever. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah,
1,100?
1.1. Yeah. Just 1.1.
I didn't want to bring that up, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you did anyway. So
such an asshole.
No ego there.
Yeah.
Asshole. He makes me like he kind of like the douche level. Just it's unbelievable, and sometimes you just want to take his head and put it in a toilet with some turds in it and let the turds knock him out, like hit flush and boom, 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 boom.
Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. But it was good.
Sometimes it just feels good to be acknowledged. Am I right?
It does, exactly. My mother always said, if you're not getting picked on, they don't like you. So I bring it on.
Well, and that's my point to everybody else. If you don't like what we have to say, whatever. Bring it. Hey, you know what? If you don't like it, tell us what bands you want us to review, and we're all ears. We're all ears.
Yeah.
Please do.
Did you do your favorite tracks? I didn't hear it.
Oh yeah, Outlaw is definitely at the top of my list. I like the vibe with Black Star too.
The vibe of Black Star. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a fun record. It's not what I typically gravitate to. And I am a super production nut. I love really tight, polished, clean production. And so a lot of the things that check my boxes didn't check my boxes on this album.
How about Black Star, that nasty bass in the beginning? I love it. You don't hear that much. But it's great when you get that.
Yeah. So while this, full disclosure, I might not rank the album very high. That doesn't mean I didn't enjoy listening to it.
I agree 100%.
We all have, and that's something that bears mentioning, I think, is all our reviews and all our lists at the end of last year. They're all objective. Everybody has their tastes and the things they're into and the things they're not into, and their opinions are going to be reflected. And I am certainly not immune to that. But I still enjoyed listening to the album.
Very good. I agree, John. 100%. Same here. I enjoyed it.
Scores?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
David?
I gave it, listen, I liked it. Did it score high? No. Well, maybe I gave it a 6.5. I mean, that was where I landed. I could have went anywhere between 6.5 and 7. It just is what it is. It's just like you said. It's one of those albums. It is what it is.
So you gave it a D.
I get like a C, soft C.
Well, but 6.5 is a 65. That's a D. I mean,
own it.
You gave it a D.
I'm gonna own it. I gave it a D. But
so you didn't like
guys, I know. That's not true. I did like it. So there's some songs I did and some songs I did. I'm sticking with it. I'm going with my 6.5.
You're killing me.
I gave it a 7. It might have been,
I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7.
There you go.
Again, it's raw, it's dirty, but it wasn't pretending to be anything other than what it is.
Dead on. Yes.
I have my preferences, which is why I scored it there. And I floated between 6 and 7, but landed at 7 because I just picturing these two guys in the studio
having fun,
tracking this stuff and having a great fucking time doing it, man. All possessed out of their faces.
Yeah.
So I'm at a solid 7. Derek?
I gave it a 7.5. I did end at 7.8 because I'm giving them a few extra points for visuals,
for cover
having
art,
a badass logo, and also for just being kind of occultish and demonish. I like it, and so I gave him a C plus.
John said it right. Go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks for cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
Fuck nut. I look at scoring as, is it a B, C, or D, and then there's A pluses, A's, A minus, and this is C plus. There's room for growth. I'd love to see their next album be a B and have them continue to progress, and I suspect they will.
Yeah.
John said it perfect. Do not go in with high expectations of, just listen to it. Give it a listen. It's not bad. It's a cool listen, Is it great? No, but it's not bad. It's just different.
I would be interested to hear with their next release if I pick up, some of the things that brought their score down for me. If they don't, spend a little more time on the next record, spend a month tracking instead of 2 weeks tracking, smooth out some of those rough edges in there and things like that, because I think they've got a good foundation to build from.
Right. My score, production quality and lyrics. I'm a lyrical guy. So those two things had an impact on the review overall. It is what it is.
Before we jump, hey, a shout out to anybody else, any other review podcast type groups like ourselves out there. I watched a whole bunch of other, folks' top 10 lists and all that, and shared a few likes and comments with some of those outfits. So if you stuck around to this point, man, enjoy everything you guys are doing as well. So
very cool. Did you check out the Meshuggah thing from Wolfie that I sent you by chance?
I did. Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Well, I think you'd mentioned. Yeah. Dave shared with me a YouTube clip from Wolf Van Halen shopping at Amoeba Records. They do a "What's in My Bag" series, which is really fun. And Wolfie stopped, and his first 4 records were Meshuggah.
I think he had two copies of Immutable in a picture I saw.
Yep, 2 different copy colors. Or
yeah. It was very touching. So
I knew you'd like it, and it's funny because his music and that music is so different. Yet he says they're an inspiration. He loves them. Inspired him in his career.
Do you want to snuggle with him?
He does. He still does.
Wolfie's great. I like Wolfie. Wolfie didn't make my top 10 though. I was true to my word.
Would you share a Snuggie with him?
Yes,
he would.
Yes, I would.
I will answer for Dave. Yes, he will.
I would give him a yes, no doubt. I would snuggle.
Would you give him what?
I would snuggle with Wolfie is what I meant to say.
What about him and his wife? Because he just got married.
Yeah. She's a sweet girl. He's been with her since high school. Would I snuggle with the both of them? Sure I would. Why not?
Swinger.
I would even throw his mom in there.
You're a married man. You're a married man. Why don't you dial it back?
Yeah. All right.
My God, a little respect. Unbelievable. This guy.
Yeah. Well, get it up, guys.
Good stuff. Have a lovely weekend, all, and we will do this again.
Yes. We're back, guys. Back in the saddle. Let's get it on.
Good stuff.